Hello everyone, my name is Jyoti Gupta, Assistant Professor in the Department of BBA, IIMT College of Management with Noida. Our today's topic of discussion is forms of business organization. Today, we will discuss sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company, and cooperative society. Before moving towards the forms of business organization, we have to understand the meaning of business organization. A business organization is an establishment intended to carry commercial business by producing goods and services and meet the customer need. Sole proprietorship is the first and foremost form of business organization. It consists of one individual doing business. He invests money in the business and manage the operations, bear the risk involved, and enjoy the profit and loss of the business. He has the sole authority to take the decision regarding the business. Characteristics. The first one is easy to start. Sole proprietorship is very easy to start and easy to wind up. It is the most simplest form. Second, control. The sole proprietor has the complete control over the affair of the business. Third, sole risk bearer and profit recipient. Being a sole owner, he bear all the risk and receive all the profits. Fourth, liability. The liability of the sole proprietor is unlimited. Next, no separate entity. Both the owner and the business are considered as one in the eye of law. Next, lack of business continuity. Business can be continued till the owner wishes to. Merits. The first merit is easy to form. It is the most simplest form of organization as it does not involve much legal formalities. Second point, complete control. The sole proprietor has the complete control over the affairs of the business. Third, maintenance of secrecy. Secrecy can be maintained very easily as it involves only one individual as the owner of the business. Next point, quick decision making. Prompt decision making as all the decisions are to be taken by the owner only. Next point, sense of accomplishment. Successful business provides satisfaction to the owner and sense of achievement. Next point, direct incentive. All the profit are enjoyed by the owner as there is no one to share profit. Next, we are moving to demerits. The first point is limited resources. Business can be funded from saving of the owner or money borrowed from the friends or relative. That's why it has a limited resources. Second, unlimited liability. In this case, business fails, repayment of debt, his personal assets are at risk. Limited life. Continuity of business depend on the health and state of mind of the owner. Limited managerial skill. One person may not possess all the ability to manage all the function efficiently. Next, unsuitable for big businesses. Sole proprietorship is not suitable for large business houses. Partnership. Partnership is the second form of business organization. Section 4 of Indian Partnership Act 1932 defined partnership as the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Next comes to characteristics. The first characteristic is agreement. The relationship between the partners is agreement. Agreement is basically offer and the acceptance. Second, profit sharing. The profit is shared between the partners of the firm. Next point, risk bearing. All the risk in the business is also shared by the partners. Next, unlimited liability. All the partners in the business have unlimited liability. Next point, membership. Minimum 2 and maximum 50 members are according to the Partnership Act. Non-transferability of share. Share cannot be transferred in partnership business. Principal-agent relationship. Each partner is the owner as well as the agent of the firm and agent to other persons. Merits of partnership. It is also, as in we have already discussed in sole proprietorship, in partnership also it is very easy to form and easy to wind up. No much legal requirements are there in partnership business. More capital. As we discussed in sole proprietorship, as only one individual is there, In partnership business, two or more person are there. So everyone is contributing capital. So we have more capital as compared to sole proprietorship. Next point, wise decision. All the decisions are taken by the consent of partner as partners undertake responsibilities as per their expertise. Next point, maintenance of secrecy. Secrecy can be maintained between the partners of the business. See, next point, sharing of risk. Business risk and responsibilities are shared among the partners. Next point, easy to resolve. As we have already mentioned the first point, easy to form. It is also very easy to resolve in case of partnership form of business. Now we're discussing demerits of partnership. First, unlimited liability. Each person's liability is extended to their personal property. Next point, delay in decision making. It will all the consent of all the partners required while taking any decision. That's why there's a delay in decision making. Next point, lack of continuity. Any conflict between the partners or death of the partner may bring business to an end. Next point, internal conflict. All the partners may have different opinions, which may create conflict among them. Next point, lack of public confidence. It is difficult for an outsider to ascertain true financial position as there is lack of availability of financial report. No transferability of share. Like in sole proprietorship, also in partnership, there is no transfer of shares. Next, we are moving to the concept of types of partner. The first one is active partner. An active partner is a partner who contribute capital, share profit and loss, participate in management, and have unlimited liability. Second, sleeping partner. Partner who contribute capital, share profit and loss, has unlimited liability, but does not participate in day-to-day activity. Third, nominal partner. The partner who does not contribute capital, and does not share profit and loss, but allow partners business to project him or her as a partner. Next one, secret partner. This partnership participate in management operations secretly, but does contribute in profit and loss. Partners by estoppel or by holding out. An individual who is not a partner but project himself or herself as a partner to an outsider and has unlimited liability. Next, we are moving on the topic types of partnership. We can classify the types of partnership on the basis of liability as well as on the basis of duration. First, we will discuss on the basis of liability. The first point is general partnership. General partnership means where all the partners have joint and unlimited liability. Second one is limited partnership. Partnership where all the partners have limited liability, but at least one partner is having unlimited liability. And on the basis of duration. On the basis of duration, partnership may be classified as partnership at will, which means partnership continues till the partner agree to do so. And the next word is particular partnership. The particular partnership means which is formed for a specific task, for a project, or for a specific period of time. It comes to an end after completion of the task or expiry of the time. The next form of business organization is joint stock company. The joint stock company, as per the Companies Act 1956, defined joint stock company as an artificial person created by a law having separate legal entity, perpetual succession, and a common seal. We are moving toward the features of joint stock company. The first point is artificial person. A company is created by law and has legal status, but it does not function like human being. All the business activities are done by the board of directors in the name of the company. Second, separate legal entity. A company has its own identity distinct from its owner with the incorporation of the company. Next point, perpetual existence. A company is created by law and can be wound up by law only. Existence of the company is not affected by the status of member. Next, limited liability. A company has limited liability. That means liability only to the extent of capital contribution. Transferability of shares. Shares can be easily transferred from one person to another. Next, membership. In case of public limited company, minimum 7 and maximum unlimited membership. In case of private limited company, minimum 2 and maximum 200%. Next, we are moving towards merits. The first merit is limited liability. Shareholders' liability is limited to the investment in the company, and thus there is no risk of losing personal assets. Next point, large financial resources. As in the case of partnership or in the sole proprietorship, where there is a limited financial resources, but in present topic in joint stock company, as large member are there, so we have large financial resources because everyone is contributing some amount of capital. The next point is transferability of shares. Shares can be transferred very easily. There's no restriction on it. Next point is perpetual existence. Company's existence not affected by the status of shareholders. Company continues to exist. Next point, scope for growth and expansion. Companies can raise large amount of fund from the public as well as from the borrowing from the financial institution or bank. Next point, professional management. Large-scale operations require management by professional and specialized individuals. Demerits. The first point is difficult to form. Earlier in sole proprietorship and partnership, as we understand, that is very difficult. It is very easy to form, but in company form of business, it is very difficult to form as there is a large number of documentation and legal requirement. Second point, impersonal work environment. Business affairs are managed by the professionals, not owner. Thus, it lacks personal contact with the employees and the customer. Delay in decision making. Decision making need to follow a set of hierarchy, which may cause delay in taking decisions and actions. Next point, conflict of interest. It is very difficult for a management to satisfy everyone as there is too many shareholders with diverse interests. Next point, lack of secrecy. All the financial information is disclosed to the general public that there is no confidentiality or secrecy. Next, we are moving toward the last type of business organization is cooperative society. It is a voluntary association of persons who work together to promote their economic interest. It works on the principle of self-help and mutual help. The primary objective is to provide support to the members. People come forward as a group, pool their individual resources, utilize them in the best possible manner, and derive some common benefit out of it. Features of cooperative society. The first one is registration. Registration is compulsory in cooperative form of business organization. Second point, voluntary association. Any individual, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, religion, with common interest is free to join or leave the cooperative society as and when he or she is desired. Next point, minimum 10% needed. To form a cooperative society, minimum 10% required. Next point, service motive. Society is formed with the motive of providing mutual help to the members. Next point, limited liability. The liability of all the members is limited. Next point, merits. The first point is easy to form. It is very easy to form as in partnership or in sole proprietorship. No such legal requirement are there. Second point, support from the government. Government provides support to societies in the form of lower taxes, interest rate, and subsidies. Next point, perpetual existence. Cooperative societies keeps on going, irrespective of situation of death, bankruptcy, insanity of its members. Next point, limited liability. The liability of the members is limited to their capital contribution. Next point, open membership. Anyone who is interested can voluntarily join the join the cooperative society. Equality in voting right. Each member has equal voting right and elect member of the managing committee. Demerit. The first point is limited capital. Capital contribution by the members is the only source of finance, and low dividend also discourages members for the provision of finance to the society. Next point, lack of secrecy. Difficult to maintain secrecy as members disclose all information related to work of the society in the meeting. Next point, inefficient management. Members working on voluntary basis may lack necessary expertise skill, leading to inefficiency in operations and management. Differences of opinion. Differences of opinion as a result of individual interest over the welfare may lead to conflict amongst the members. Here we are discussing about the types of cooperative society. The first point is consumers cooperative society. Society formed for providing good quality services and product at a reasonable rate to protect the interest of consumers. Second, producers cooperative society. Society formed for providing good quality and low price raw material and other inputs to protect the interest of producer. Third point, marketing cooperative society. Society for providing services related to marketing of product by small producers. Next point, housing cooperative society. Society formed for constructing houses for its member at a reasonable cost. Next point, farmers cooperative societies. Society formed for providing farmers with better inputs at reasonable rate to improve productivity. Next, we have credit cooperative society. Society established to provide financial assistance to its member at a very reasonable rate. Thank you, everyone.